In the heart of a bustling metropolis, amidst the ceaseless hum of traffic and the cacophony of human activity, lived a young man named Ethan. Like many others, Ethan was caught in the whirlwind of life, juggling multiple responsibilities and constantly chasing the next big thing. He was a slave to his schedule, his days filled with meetings, deadlines, and a seemingly endless to-do list. Yet, despite the frenetic pace of his life, Ethan couldn't shake the nagging feeling that something was missing. Ethan was a creature of habit, his days falling into a predictable rhythm. He would wake up at the same time every morning, commute to work on the same crowded train, and spend his evenings in the same familiar haunts. His life was a well-oiled machine, efficient and predictable, but also devoid of spontaneity and adventure. One day, while sitting in a park, Ethan began to reflect on his life. He realized that he had been so focused on achieving his goals and climbing the corporate ladder that he had neglected the most important thing of all: time. He had been treating time like a commodity, something to be managed and optimized, rather than a precious gift to be cherished. As Ethan pondered the nature of time, he recalled a quote he had once read: "Time is the most valuable resource we have." It struck him that he had been squandering his most valuable asset without even realizing it. He had been trading moments of joy and fulfillment for the pursuit of material success. Ethan decided to make a change. He started by taking a closer look at how he was spending his time. He realized that he was wasting countless hours on unproductive activities, such as scrolling through social media or watching endless hours of television. He also discovered that he was a chronic procrastinator, putting off important tasks until the last minute. Ethan began to understand the true cost of procrastination. He realized that when he procrastinated, he was not only delaying his progress but also increasing his stress and anxiety. The longer he put off a task, the more daunting it became, and the more likely he was to make mistakes. To combat procrastination, Ethan started using a time management technique called the Pomodoro technique. This method involves working in focused 25-minute intervals, followed by a short break. By breaking down tasks into smaller, manageable chunks, Ethan found that he was able to stay focused and productive. He also started to prioritize his tasks, focusing on the most important ones first. This helped him avoid wasting time on low-priority activities that didn't contribute to his goals. As Ethan began to take control of his time, he also started to become more mindful of the present moment. He realized that being present was essential for truly appreciating life and making the most of every moment. Ethan started practicing mindfulness meditation, which involves focusing on the breath and being aware of one's thoughts and sensations. Through meditation, he learned to let go of the past and the future and to fully embrace the present moment. He also started to incorporate more mindfulness into his daily life. He would pay attention to the sensations in his body, the sounds around him, and the tastes and smells of his food. He would take time to appreciate the beauty of nature and the simple pleasures of life. As Ethan continued to practice time management and mindfulness, he began to notice a significant shift in his life. He was more productive, less stressed, and more content. He had also discovered a newfound passion for learning and personal growth. Ethan realized that how he spent his time was ultimately a reflection of his values. By using his time wisely, he was creating a life that was meaningful and fulfilling. One day, while walking through a park, Ethan stumbled upon a young boy sitting on a bench, staring up at the clouds. The boy seemed lost in thought, as if he were contemplating the mysteries of the universe. Ethan approached the boy and asked him what he was thinking about. The boy replied, "I'm wondering how much time we really have." Ethan smiled and said, "We have just enough time to make a difference in the world." The boy looked up at Ethan with a thoughtful expression. "How can I do that?" he asked. Ethan replied, "By using your time wisely, by being kind to others, and by pursuing your passions. Every moment is an opportunity to create something beautiful." The boy nodded, a look of determination in his eyes. As Ethan walked away, he couldn't help but feel a sense of hope. He had found his purpose, and he was determined to make the most of the time he had left.